On September 8, 1957, Bishop Christopher J. Weldon celebrated the first televised Chalice of Salvation Mass right here on Channel 22. One of the altar servers on that day 54 years ago was none other than today's Chalice of Salvation host, Passionist brother Terrence Scanlon. Brother Terrence literally has been with Chalice since its beginning, and officially this year is celebrating his 30th anniversary with the program as host.
Let us pray today for the eyes.
When Brother Terrence recalls his time with Chalice of Salvation, he's got a lot to think about. The West Springfield native who grew up near the Passionist Monastery in West Springfield, worked in the retreat house kitchen as a teenager, would eventually join the Passionist community in 1962 in Pittsburgh. For a number of those early years, he managed the community's print shops in West Hartford and Union City, New Jersey. Then, in 1981, he received a request from Passionist Father John Patrick Moore, Chalice host at the time, to come back to West Springfield and work in the community's television ministry.
Father John Patrick Moore extended the invitation to me. He says, "Why don't you come up and work on TV?" I said, "I have no experience." He says, "Well, you're just going to get your hands wet very early." So, it was through his encouragement and push and drive that I'm here with you now for 30 years.
When Brother Terrence first arrived, the Passionist Radio and Television Center for the Diocese of Springfield was located on Elm Street in West Springfield, in what was affectionately known as the A-frame. He says people would actually show up on Sunday mornings thinking that the Mass was broadcast from there, when in fact it was produced at the Channel 22 studios on Proven Mountain in Feeding Hills. Catholic Communications Director Mark DuPont also came to the communications ministry in 1981. He recalls the great energy and commitment Brother Terrence brought to his new assignment.
In the early 1980s, we were on the cusp of many new innovations in the broadcast and communications world. And so Brother Terry came at a very important and critical time in the history of Catholic communications, brought a great deal of energy and enthusiasm on how we could use these new technologies to really enliven the way we broadcast the Mass, so it brought better meaning to the people at home.
During the following years, Chalice took to the road, broadcasting remote Masses from many parishes and locations, including the yearly Big E Mass. Times Brother Terrence looks back on with fondness.
We really show the health and wealth of the diocese, the richness of the spirituality. By the different priests that come in that are on Chalice, it's a reflection of the diocese through the camera lens, right back into their homes.
And that advancement in technology has continued in recent years.
We're into high-definition TV now, so everything is supremely compact. You're taking a disc now to go out and to do your stories instead of the cumbersome tapes. The longevity of the disc is much improved. And just the ability of the new cameras and the graphic arts and all that, it makes it a lot easier and attractive to the viewing community.
And the viewing community is large, says Monsignor Christopher Conley, Vicar General of the Diocese of Springfield.
I've often said to Brother Terrence, half kiddingly, but the other half rather seriously, that he is the pastor, in a sense, of the largest parish, and that he brings a pastoral presence and the face of the church each week, each Sunday, so beautifully, not only to Catholics throughout the diocese, but others who may tune in and are encouraged and uplifted by the message they hear.
As Brother Terrence begins another decade of service in broadcast ministry, I asked him what keeps him here.
My New England stubbornness, I don't want to leave.
And we certainly don't want him to leave either. Congratulations, Brother Terrence, on your 30 years here. Doesn't he look exactly the same? Still has that little boyish grin.